Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. U.S. company buys $51 million in gold bars to protect against a black swan event. Let's explore. You know, when the big boys start buying gold, especially physical gold, well, I think that should send a pretty good message to those of us who are thinking about protecting ourselves from these black swan events. I think that just bolsters the case for gold. And this is an example of what the kind of gold that they may be buying. I'm talking about Palantir. Palantir is a data analytics firm, and they have purchased $51 million worth of gold in order to protect themselves against the next black swan event. Two folks in the community had made me aware of this news, which I thought was quite interesting indeed. I'd never heard of Palantir before. They are a data analytics firm. Palantir Technologies, they had purchased $50.7 million worth of 100-ounce gold bars, like the one pictured right here, but probably not from Republic Metals, who's now out of business. But who knows? Some of these bars might be lurking around and still being sold and bought. This is according to the company's quarterly financial results filing from August the 12th. And this came in addition to other investments in startups and SPACs. Now, it hasn't really made its way to the books yet, but this purchase could potentially have an effect on the price. It's a pretty big chunk of gold and a pretty big amount purchased. The Denver-based firm is also accepting gold as a form of payment. COO Shyam Sankar told Bloomberg that accepting less traditional currencies reflect more of a worldview. You have to be prepared for a future with more black swan events, Sankar added. Palantir's gold bars, which were purchased in August of 2021, will be kept in a secure third-party facility in the northeastern U.S., according to the filing. The company is able to take physical possession of the gold bar stored at the facility at any time with reasonable notice, the filing said. And there you go. If you got a place where you can store your gold, and by the way, I highly recommend storing some of your gold off-site. That's right, to protect yourself, and it's good to have multiple locations to store your gold and silver. I've always recommended that, and it's something that is invaluable to have as a resource from either family or good friends. And I happen to be blessed with both to be able to do that. It's something that I highly recommend to not have all of your gold and silver stored. In fact, I have very little of it here. The company, in May, has said that it will accept Bitcoin as a mode of payment. A spokeswoman for Palantir confirmed with Bloomberg that no one has paid in Bitcoin nor gold just yet. But I think that's pretty cool that they're accepting alternate forms of currency because, hey, they must see trouble brewing down the road, especially with the Great Reset that is pretty transparent that's going to be happening, especially with central bank digital currencies talk being bantered about, not just around the world, but also here in the United States. The article continues, both asset classes have been touted as hedges against inflation, though Bitcoin's effectiveness has been in question as of late. It's been a pretty volatile ride with Bitcoin for sure lately. That's putting it mildly. Palantir, which is co-founded by the billionaire Peter Thiel, has built its reputation as a secret purveyor of government spy technologies by supplying tools to law enforcement and military clients around the globe. How ironic is that? Insider previously reported this in August of 2020. The company on August 12th reported second quarter earnings that beat analyst estimates, closing 62 deals worth of $1 million or more in the quarter. Of those, 21 were worth more than $10 million, and 30 were worth more than $5 million. The fact that a data firm like this, data analytical firm, is looking at this to prepare for these more black swan events, it sends a very powerful message that a private company would be doing that. And there's an example of a bar. Now, this is obviously larger than 100 ounces. I think this is a good delivery bar, which is 400 ounces, but 100 ounces of gold, physical gold that they can get anytime they want, storing it off-site in the northeastern U.S. You know what? That to me, this sends a powerful message that if a company like that can do it, a private company can do that, I think it's a good idea for you and I to have a little bit of gold to protect ourselves. Essentially, Palantir is becoming their own central bank. And we know in this age where currencies are being devalued every single day around the world, what better way to protect yourself? Why not do what other central banks do and what this company is doing and hold a little bit of gold? You know, it's empowering to have gold in your possession, I believe, in your physical possession, or at least accessible physically. And I think this sends that powerful message to be able to do that. And gold obviously takes many different forms, bars, rounds, even Ethereum notes. Those are gold foil notes that we're seeing certain states adopt around the country here in the U.S. and actually being used as currency. That's exciting when companies are actually accepting these notes as currency. And they were called gold backs. And of course, we know that the dollar is under threat of inflation. And that very well could be the next black swan event, hyperinflation, which many in this community are predicting to happen. I'm not making that prediction as of yet, but I could see the path to hyperinflation. And this is why I have been setting a strong goal to accumulate more of the metals. And of course, silver is among that as well that can be done, that can be accumulated. But I believe gold is the ultimate store, the ultimate hedge against economic instability, and which is why I've been focusing it more on it, especially since 2017. But nonetheless, what a story this is. Now, I don't know, $51 million in gold, how big of a chunk that's going to take out of the market share for the gold market in general. My guess is it's not that much, but nonetheless, I think it'll send a powerful message, and it could have put a blip on the markets, and could affect precious metal prices potentially once it does get on the books. But obviously, this news now breaking essentially in the last day, first by Barron's, and picked up. I can't read the Barron's article unless you have to sign up for their publication in order to read it. But this is from Markets Insider, and but once this thing kind of makes its way around, the markets will react. It'll be talked about, I'm sure, by other agencies. This is just exciting news. I think to me, stories like this give us the confidence that we're doing the right thing, folks, by accumulating precious metals. And I think that's something to be said in this time and place. And look where gold and silver are now. Their prices are pulling back amidst all of this activity in the world. What's going on in Afghanistan, what's going on with stimulus packages that are being passed by Congress, and ever increasing debt. The bond yield, the bond markets, all of this. And it's a tinderbox essentially, and gold is the only thing that's going to really protect money for what it is. Gold is money. Gold is the most stable form of money, and it has been like that for thousands of years. And silver too. And so we're doing the right thing. And I want to encourage you with this video. And I want to thank again, forget the names. There's like 3 people mentioned in the live stream and in the comment section of my videos about this story. And wanted to kind of look it up. And I had no idea who that company was. But so there you have it. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below for this alert, for this news about this company buying that much gold. When you have companies like this do it, and you even have pop icons do it, like Prince. I actually posted a video about Prince after he had passed. They found that he had accumulated gold in his personal portfolio. Smart people are doing it. It's a way to protect yourself. So I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all for taking the time to watch this video, and to encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and subscribe.